Summer is finally here, albeit a very cold one. But the cool thing is we have a very promising anime lineup this season. With sequels to Berserk, Shokugeki no Soma, and The Grey Man, summer 2016 is shaping up to be a great season for anime. But before we look forward, we must take a step back and fully appreciate the animes that made last season worthwhile. Now, the spring of 2016 lineup had no shortage of great animes, and we could probably go for hours talking about each and every one of them. Instead, I'll point out 4 animes that I believe stood out from all the others. Welcome to an all-new TWA, my name is Brian, let's get started. Now before we get started, there are 2 things I feel I should point out to avoid any complications. Number 1, this is not a ranked list, it's merely a compilation of noteworthy animes. Number 2, this is my list and purely reflects my opinions. So if our opinions differ, well, then that's just how it is. Number 4, Joker Game. In all honesty, I haven't finished this series yet, but believe you me, I have every intention of doing so. Joker Game stood out for me this season purely by its unique and mature tone. It breaks away from the common anime tropes with the high school setting and the fan service and the harems. It's basically an espionage story, focusing on the shadowy D agency. The story is told mostly through the eyes of our MC, who happens to be a military man. The series gives us a very interesting look at how the mind of a spy works and just how much they have to sacrifice to accomplish their missions. The series focuses more on a battle of wits instead of the more common fistfights, explosions, powers, and whatnot. I should warn you though that the series is a bit slow, and as soon as I actually finish the series, then I can probably give you a more accurate review. Kiznaiva. It's hard to actually describe what I really like about Kiznaiva. It has an interesting concept, I'll give it that, revolving around 7 teenagers who are all inducted into a scientific experiment called the Kizna system that connects them to each other through their wounds, all with the aim of one day being able to use this technology to bring about world peace. The characters themselves, well, some of them at least, are quite interesting, with very contrasting personalities, and as the series progresses we get to know who they really are. The art style is quite appealing and is reminiscent of other Studio Trigger shows like Kill la Kill, and quite frankly I can't get enough of that opening theme. Kiznaiva overall is an interesting show that kinda looks great, and yeah, that's basically it. Number 2, Boku no Hero Academia. I was drawn to this series from the moment it was announced. Its premise is very reminiscent of another of my favorite shows, a little known anime called One Punch Man. Basically, Boku no Hero is set in a world where almost everybody has superpowers, or quirks, that manifest during childhood. It's a world full of superheroes and supervillains. We follow 15-year-old Midoriya, who happens to have no powers, but has always aspired to be a great superhero like his idol, the great and powerful All Might. You kinda get where they're going here. The young doe-eyed underdog battling the odds to become what he's always dreamed of becoming. Boku no Hero is incredibly entertaining with over-the-top action set pieces, diverse characters with the most interesting power sets, and it always leaves you with the feeling that just like our MC, with hard work and determination, we can all be heroes. Go beyond, plus ultra. Number 1, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Now I said at the beginning that this is not a ranked list, but if it was, then this would probably be at the top. If Snowpiercer, Walking Dead, and Attack on Titan were to ever have a threesome, then their mutant baby would probably be Cabaneri. Set in a steampunk-themed post-apocalyptic feudal Japan, Cabaneri focuses on the survivors aboard an armored train whose name I will not bother to say in fear of butchering it, as they make a perilous journey across a zombie-infested Japan. At least, I think they're zombies. The similarities between Cabaneri and Attack on Titan are quite stark, which is inevitable since they are both animated by the same studio and scored by the amazing Hiroyuki Sawano. Cabaneri is an action-packed, gory spectacle that will keep you at the edge of your seat through its 12-episode run. So there we have it. If you think there's an anime that deserves to be on this list, then feel free to comment below. Thank you so much for watching, don't forget to subscribe, bye.